Before the video starts, viewer discretion is advised, as we will be discussing some rather unsavory topics in today's video, such as the ones put on screen. If these are things that make you uncomfortable or you do not like listening to, feel free to click off the video now. With all that being said, let's get started. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of the game Phantom Forces? This is a very popular FPS game on Roblox, which has been around for a very long time. I myself remember playing this when I was younger, and lo and behold, all these years later, it is still up and running, and it has a dedicated community to this day. But what you might not know is that this game has fostered a darker side within its community. And like any community on the internet, there are always a few bad apples in the bunch. And these apples seem to really like children. The entire purpose behind making this video was due to the fact that another Roblox content creator, Strider, made a very eye-opening video discussing some of the questionable things Phantom Forces community members have done over the years that have gone unnoticed. And if anything, please go watch his video, as I am only going to be giving you the very brief cliff notes of what was said in both the videos, but he explains it in much better detail than I do. Regardless, I'll still be trying to utilize my platform in order to drive just a little bit more traffic to his videos in hopes of more people being made aware of what's going on. Because frankly, people like the ones that will be described in this video do not deserve a platform on a service primarily made up of children. And they especially don't deserve to get away scot-free with a lot of the very degenerative things that have been going on amongst their inner circles. So, with all that being said, let's get started. Strider released a YouTube video titled The Dark Truth About Phantom Forces, showing and highlighting some of the disturbing, degenerative, pedophilic, and downright illegal activities that were going on within the Phantom Forces inner circle, i.e. people that are in positions of power. And what's even more concerning is that Stylus Studios, aka the group that owns Phantom Forces, failed to reprimand these individuals for a considerable amount of time. So I will be giving you the SparkNotes summary of what exactly happened. And keep in mind, this is all alleged. I say that in air quotes, but we're gonna play it safe for the video, I guess. And once again, please go check out Strider's video, as he goes into much more further graphic detail than I will. But let's just talk about it. Bella the Bat Pony was a Phantom Forces Twitch streamer who was DMing a 13-year-old when they were 19 years of age. They started talking about the age of consent, and from that statement alone, I will let you guess as to where those conversations led to. They weren't banned from Stylus Studios until a year after these actions. Juke was a bad business content creator who quit, according to him, because of something mental health or toxic conditions within the workplace. The real reason was because he was facing allegations of him sending explicit messages to minors, as well as sending a photo of his nude persona to a minor. He really was collecting children like the Infinity Stones. After that, a YouTuber named Jax made a full-on video exposing him for his pedophilic behaviors. Juke also convinced a 16-year-old victim to lie about his age so he could go meet them at their house, in which he crossed state lines in order to meet up with a 16-year-old victim, a minor, a child, and once he got to their house, I will let you put two and two together and guess what happened. Thankfully, this individual has been brought to justice and they are in jail, so I guess there's a happy ending there. Hal was a Stylus Studios mod who went by the nickname Forklift Certified, hence the screenshot, who would regularly harass a 15-year-old within the very same server he moderated in, calling them a lolly. Anyone who uses the term lolly within conversation frequently deserves to be put on a watch list. Wolfdogs was a content creator and map maker for Phantom Forces, who went on to send his Wolfdog Jr. to a minor. He loved to make maps so much, he decided to become one himself. In case you didn't know what that means, it means minor attracted person. Mar was a contractor for Phantom Forces who did things such as balance changes, and he talked to children inappropriately. Willow was the next contractor after Mar, and similar to Deku eating All Might's hair in order to inherit the one-for-all quirk, Willow inherited the quirk of pedophilia, as they sent a video to a 16-year-old of them playing the skin flute. And if you don't know what that means, let's just say it wasn't very legal. Axis Angles is one of the main three creators of Phantom Forces, who was friends with Juke, aka the guy who crossed state lines to meet a 16-year-old. He rehired Willow, even though they were very clearly talking to children, and he showed off his furry mouse pad to children watching his stream. And before you say that the furry mousepad probably wasn't very suggestive, it was. And if you don't believe me, feel free to go check out Strider's video in which he censored it, but I'm sure you could find an uncensored picture somewhere, although I don't know why you would want to. In his stream, he also started ranting about levels of crime, where he talks about, yeah, it's bad to talk to a minor, but it's even worse to force yourself onto a minor, right? Although his statement does hold true, it does seem a little bit out of place for him to just start randomly ranting about these things after being faced with a lot of criticism for his team and the things that he's done in order to cover up for the actions of said team members. Why are you talking about forcing yourself on a minor being bad? That's like telling me that grass is green. Later on, some old messages of him saying things about gore, snuff, and CP would resurface. These messages were sent within the Stylist Studios Discord server, a public Discord server primarily made up of minors, in which case the entire staff team went into emergency panic mode and started mass deleting a bunch of channels in order to cover things up, but the damage had already been done. After Strider made his video, Stylist Studios released a public statement responding to his video, in which case he made a video going over it that is also going to be linked in the description, and I highly suggest that you check it out. It is 31 minutes long, so it's a little bit of a longer one. I still think it is absolutely worth watching, but if you want my personal opinion on it after watching the entire thing, that apology was the most shittily crafted, ass backwards, blatantly trying to save face, quote-unquote, response that I've ever seen in my life. And the main message that I could derive from their response wasn't that they were sorry for what they did, they were sorry they got caught. And that basically summarizes the entirety of this video. The Phantom Forces community and Stylist Studios have done some very, very bad things. Obviously, this does not mean that the entire Phantom Forces community is bad. I am sure there are plenty of good, honest, law-abiding people within that community. With all that being said, I think we're done in this video. I wanted to make this video, I think I already stated it at the start, but number one, to publicly shame these people because they shouldn't be allowed to have a platform on Roblox, which is primarily made up of children, when they themselves are EDP disciples. And second of all, please go watch Strider's video. He put a lot of work into it. It's a great video, and it is very, very informative, to say the least. Also, sorry that I haven't been uploading as frequently as I usually do. I sort of broke the daily upload streak more times than I can count. The reason for that is just because I've been grinding Deep Book and 24/7. I've been trying to get W rank. I told myself I was going to make a video, then I played Deep Book for 8 hours nonstop, and my bad, guys. I will get back on that. There will be more Anime Vanguards videos. There will be more AA videos. There will be more of just videos in general, so don't worry. But also, a lot of you guys have been telling me to cover Anime World Tower Defense, play Anime World Tower Defense, check out this game. As cool as it looks, I just don't have the time. And on the topic of that game, someone who said that they wanted to be kept anonymous sent me a very concerning document regarding the team for Anime World Tower Defense, and I'm still debating whether I'll even make a video about that in the first place, because I do want to get all sides of the story before I publicly make a video. But I asked the people involved in the document, and I just got egoed. So it's also important to note that all the accusations are alleged. So I don't know, if I ever decide to make that video, I'd definitely have to do my homework on that topic, because it would be a bit of a longer one, but who knows. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we will catch you in the next one.